We're going to start this off with some oil in my hot pan. About 3 tablespoons. And we're going to add the mushrooms. And the onions. I just slice the onions and slice the mushrooms. And the green bell pepper. I'm using 3 of them. That was a pound of mushrooms and 1 good size onion. It wasn't giant, but it was pretty big. Some salt in here too. We're going to let this cook away. Well, this is cooked down and gotten soft. That's what you want. At least that's what I want. And I'm going to turn the heat off and let this cool down. Here is my steak. A flank steak. It's just a little over 2 pounds. I'm going to take off some of the extra fat that's on there. And I've been thinking about this and thinking about this. I'm actually going to bake this and been thinking about, should I brown the outside first or should I not? If I do, my pan, I'll have to add some water to my pan. So I've decided I am not going to brown this. But you can do what you want. Well, I have the fat cut off of it that I wanted to. We're going to roll this thing up and tie it up. We put pepper and salt on both sides. And as you can see, the grain of the meat is running a certain way. It's running this way, you know. And I'm going to roll this up, and when I roll it up, I'm going to roll it up this way, so that when you slice it, it will be more tender because of the way we're doing it. Look at some salt. Salt on the other side. I pounded it out enough to my satisfaction. I'm going to square it up a little bit. It will cook a little more evenly if I square it up. And plus the fact that now we have 2 small steaks that we can cook up. I'm going to turn this around for my convenience. I'm going to put cheese in here. Here's our green peppers and mushrooms and onions. Now these are cold out of the refrigerator. I actually fried these up yesterday because I think it's really best. You have better results if you don't put something warm or room temperature in here. It's all this cold. You know, the meat's cold, everything's cold, so it bakes more evenly, cooks up evenly. I may have put too much in there. Well, I'm sure it's gonna come out all over the place. Roll it up the best we can. Well, I have one end tied up. I'm going to tie this end up. What I do is I go ahead and put it under a couple times, And then right before I pull, I kind of stuff it back in there. Pull. Like that. Cut it off. Now, I did take some of the cheese right here. I took it out because it was making it worse. So I'm going to put a couple more strings on here. Okay, I have this in my pot. It's ready to go in the oven. I am not going to brown it first. I've made, on YouTube, I have a roast beef recipe that I never did brown either, and it's actually kind of popular, pretty popular. A lot of people have watched it and haven't really complained about browning the meat. So I'm not going to brown it. I'm put it in my 350-degree oven just like this. Let's make a cheese sauce. I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of butter. I have my heat on medium heat. And let's let that butter melt for a minute. My butter's fairly well melted. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of flour. I'm going to cook this flour for about 1 to 2 minutes, probably 2 minutes. That has cooked for about 2 minutes, starting to bubble up, looking like that. Add a pinch of salt. 1 cup of milk. We're going to cook this. This is cooked for about 3 minutes, still on medium heat. I'm going to add another ½ a cup of milk. There's no lumps in there, I just wanted to make sure. We're going to cook this another couple minutes. It's thickened up very nicely. It's been about 4 minutes. I'm going to add the cheese. I'm making a cheddar cheese sauce with mild cheddar. We'll just let this melt in. All you have to do is, you can really turn the heat off now. This will melt in and your sauce will be ready in about 1 minute. The flank steak baked for 1 hour at 350. And I've allowed it to rest for 20 minutes. And get rid of all the strings. You can serve this on your plate. But I'm going to serve this as a sandwich. Just cut this. Here, I'll show you the middle. Like that. And just cut this fairly thinly. On your plate with mashed potatoes or whatever, corn, it would be delicious. But I'm going to make a sandwich. I warmed my bun up in the oven a little bit. I put a little butter on it too. Let's put our flank steak on here. It's like a Philly cheesesteak sandwich in a way, and that's what I'm going to call it. Just like that. Oh, it smells good. Put some of the cheddar cheese sauce on here. Reminiscent of Cheese Whiz, but only better because you made it. Oh, I forgot I have some horseradish sauce too that I want to put on there. There you go. Let's give it a try. Took a big bite. That is deliciousness. Such a good sandwich. Love that horseradish on there. Love it. If you like horseradish at all, you gotta do that. And the 2 cheeses, excellent. Thank you so much for watching.